Have you ever felt like you are just existing, going through the motions, waking up, working, sleeping, repeat, but not really going anywhere? That feeling of having no direction is one of the most common struggles men face today, and nobody really talks about it. Today, I want to talk about why direction matters, what happens when you do not have it, and how to find yours. Let me give you an image that explains this perfectly. Imagine that you're sitting in a car, but you don't have no idea where you're going. What do? Turn off the engine. You conserve fuel, you conserve energy, you just sit there. That's what happens when you have no direction in life. Your engine turns off, you stop moving, you stop progressing. You're just sitting there, waiting for something to happen. But now imagine you know exactly where you're going. You have a destination. What do? You turn on the engine. You start driving. You move forward. Direction is what turns on your engine. It is what gives you energy. It is what makes you want to wake up in the morning and actually do something. Without direction, you're just a parked car. With direction, you are in motion. When men don't have direction, they usually make one of these mistakes. First, they distract themselves. Video games, social media, porn, alcohol, whatever numbs the feeling of being lost. They fill the void with things that don't matter, just to avoid thinking about the fact that they don't know where they're going. Second, they wait for someone to tell them what to do. They wait for a boss, a mentor, a girlfriend, society to give them a purpose. But here's the truth. Nobody is coming to save you. Nobody is going to hand you your direction. You have to find it yourself. Third, they become purely serviceable. They exist only to help others without ever thinking about themselves. And yes, helping others is good, but if you don't have your own direction, you are just drifting. You are following someone else's path instead of creating your own. A man should try to lead. Not everyone, not in every situation, but in some area of his life. And to lead, you need to know where you're going. So, how do you find your direction? It starts with one question. What do you love doing? Not what pays well, not what others expect from you, not what looks good on social media. What do you actually love doing? Maybe it's building things, maybe it's solving problems, maybe it's helping people, maybe it's creating art, maybe it's working with your hands. It doesn't matter what it is. What matters is that it's yours. Once you find that thing, the next step is to figure out how to lead in that space. Let me give you an example. Let's say you love carpentry. You love working with wood, creating things with your hands. That's your thing. Now, how do you lead in that space? You could become the best carpenter in your area. You could teach others how to do it. You could solve the problems that other carpenters can't solve. You can create something new, something different. You could become the person people come to when they have a difficult project. That's direction. It's not just doing what you love, it's becoming a leader in what you love. Now, once you have that direction, you need to break it down because a big goal can be overwhelming. Let's go back to the car analogy. You know your destination is 1,000 miles away, If you think about the whole distance, it feels impossible. But if you just focus on the next 100 miles, it's manageable. That's how you approach your direction. You set a big goal, something that excites you, something that scares you a little, and then you cut it into smaller pieces. What can you do this year to move forward that goal? What can you do this month, this week, today? Suddenly, that impossible destination becomes a series of small steps, and small steps don't consistently take you very far. I'll talk about introspection in my last video about confidence, and it applies here too. Finding your direction requires looking inside yourself, honestly asking, what do I want? What do I love? What would I do even if nobody paid me for it? What kind of man do I want to become? These are not easy questions, and the answers might take time, but the process of asking them is what starts to move you forward. Take time to think, write things down, experiment with different things. Your direction might not be clear at first, but if you keep looking, you will find it. Having no direction is like sitting in a parked car with the engine off. You are not going anywhere. You're just existing. But once you find your direction, everything changes. Your engine turns on, you start moving, you have energy, purpose, motivation. Find what you love. Figure out how to lead in that space. Break it into small steps and start driving. If this helped you, leave a comment and check my other videos on male loneliness and building real confidence. See you in the next one.